Hi, I'm Karyn Calabrese, and welcome to Karyn's Corner. Today, my guest is Alicia Samaan, from formerly of the Bad Girls Club. I'm so excited to have Alicia here today and interview her because we want to know what the vegan world is doing all around the world, right? So welcome, Alicia.
Thank you for having me, Karyn.
So one of the questions I think that most of our listeners are interested in is, what was the changing moment in your life that made you think, I have to change the way my lifestyle or my diet or whatever it was?
Well, I was on the show as the big, fat, redheaded bully, and I didn't like the way that I didn't like the way the world portrayed me. I didn't like my weight. I didn't like the way I looked, and I just knew that there had to be a change, and I had to make it. So I started using Herbalife products. And that's really what jump-started my journey.
And are they a vegan or a vegetarian, or they're just
they're
natural?
Vegetarian. All natural vegetarian.
And that's a
products.
wonderful position. You know, I always tell people you don't go from A to Z overnight. You know, I was a meat eater, then I was a vegetarian, then a vegan, and then a raw foodist. So your journey sounds a little bit like mine, right? So that was the beginning. So your personal journey was the Herbalife, and then from there?
So it was Herbalife, and then it started working out. And then it started cutting back on pork and beef. And then it started, after the pork and beef, it became chicken and turkey. And then it was just seafood. And then
I think that's when I met you.
And then you met me. Well, and then I met you. And it became vegetarian completely. And then it's turning into vegan. And now it's like 100% vegan except for my Herbalife shakes.
That's beautiful. And I think that's what's so important for our listeners to understand, that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be authentic with yourself and realize that the whole journey is perfect. There's no right or wrong or good or bad or yes or no. So Can you tell me, what's the most challenging part of being on a plant-based diet for you?
Honestly, I would say the most challenging part would be my friends and family.
I think that is for all of us, because food is such a connection. You know, people say, let's meet for a drink, let's have dinner together, let's have that. Nobody says, let's go for a glass of water, right? So your friends and family, and we want to be like the people around us, so I'm sure it can make it difficult, and people don't understand, right?
Yes, and then when you try to explain it, it's just a whole lot of, well, that doesn't make sense. Well, you've been eating like this your entire life. Well, that's why I was fat. Okay, right. Let's be honest. Like, that's why I was fat. And I hated the way I felt when I used to eat meat. And not only just about me, but without the exercising and without everything. Like, I didn't like the way I felt. Like, I love the way I feel. So trying to explain that to my family and friends, it's just impossible.
Well, the thing of it is, people intuitively know what's right.
Mm-hmm.
They've just forgotten, because so much toxicity has been built up around them, so they don't think anymore, and the rest of the world is going in another direction. And when you start going on a plant-based diet in the right direction, you make people uncomfortable naturally. Right? Yeah. And so have you learned how to work with your family, or?
Now I no longer try to explain it anymore.
Good.
Because
you just have to take care of you, and then it falls into everybody else. What are the most profound changes you've noticed for yourself?
Honestly, my beauty.
Perfect. It starts on the inside and works on the outside, or inside.
Yes.
Vanity will do it for us, right, ladies?
Yes. I mean, I don't smoke. I hate drinking now.
Do you see a difference in your skin?
Everything. My skin, my eyes. My eyes are actually getting better. I have the worst eyes in the world, and they're getting better. My hair, my nails, my skin, my body, just everything. Like, I have a shape. Like, I'm feeling it. I love it.
She's from Bad Girls to swimsuit model, right?
Yes,
that's where you're going next.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can see the brightness too. I think it's the way you react to people around you too. The world, you see it differently.
And I'm happy.
I think you were always happy though, Alicia. I don't know. No? I mean, I've only known you in this part, but
I was always happy, but not this type of happy. Because this kind of happy is like doing what you want to do, and it's for you, which is me. I'm doing what I want to do, and nobody's influencing it. I'm doing it because I want to do it because of the way I feel and the way I look and what I'm attracting. And I'm helping other people.
Well, that's important what you're attracting. So you're single and gorgeous. Guys, if you're looking, this looks, I mean, she's single and gorgeous. But first of all, what are you looking for in a guy, and how has it impacted your dating, these changes?
Well, actually, because I'm a vegan, I no longer want to date a man that eats meat. And the reason why I think like this is because in the future when I have children, I really do want to raise my children in a vegan household. So if I am with somebody now that eats meat, I just feel like that's going to create a future problem. Absolutely. Especially because I want to have children. And I think that also, as far as like what we keep in the house, I mean, I'm really not too fond of the smell of meat anymore. I just don't want it around me. I really don't.
And I've got another little secret for you too. I don't know if I should say this on camera, but when you eat meat, you smell differently, especially intimately. That was always my challenge. And then that was always my challenge. I mean, literally, when you're intimate, it's
different. And I'm not willing to even see what that's like or none of it.
Is this too much information we're giving here?
I don't know. It's not. Y'all need to know. But as far as restaurants, now that's the fun part. Because when I go on dates, it's really a chance to see what they pick out or where they take me. Like I went on one date and he took me to a vegan restaurant in Chicago. It was horrible. Like the food was horrible, but he got an A+ for the restaurant.
Absolutely.
Because he took me to
and you know what, Alicia,
restaurant.
we don't want to say any vegan restaurants are horrible.
No,
we want to give them all the chance, right? Okay.
It just wasn't as good as Karyn.
Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. But we have to support all of our vegan brothers and sisters out there because we are in the minority in this world, 100%. Was there anything you want to leave our listeners with, some tip or something to help them on the path to get to where you've gotten to this place? And remember, there's no right or wrong or good or bad or yes or no. It's just an opportunity to keep your mind open and do something different. So you have any special tips, especially for the young women out there?
Absolutely. So for any girl, any boy that's really growing up in this society, the best thing that I can tell you is just listen to your heart. And your heart is going to guide you. And it really doesn't matter what your friends and your family are doing around you. If you just stay focused on what you really truly want and it's a godly path, you will achieve everything you want. Your wildest dreams will come true. Everything will happen. And no matter how hard it is, it's just worth it.
My goodness, Miss Alicia, how could you have ever been on the Bad Girls? How could anybody use, what an oxymoron, bad girl? I don't think so. I think you are the picture of perfection, my sweet lady, and I'm so proud to know you. And thank you for coming on my show, and I think you're going to help a lot of people out there. So I'd just like for all of you to remember what I end with, that if you don't take care of this, your body, the most magnificent machine you'll ever be given, where are you going to live? Thanks, Alicia.
Thank you, Karyn.